Hey guys, these are my top 10 Super Nintendo games to play on the Switch Online. So, starting off at number 10 is Star Fox. Now, Star Fox came out in 1993 on the Super Nintendo, and it was, at the time, groundbreaking for its 3D visuals. In fact, I think it was probably the first home console game to, have full 3D polygons. So it was totally groundbreaking, never seen anything like it. All you needed to do is just look at the Mega Drive. It had nothing like this on Mega Drive. So, yeah, it was just so groundbreaking. 3D polygons, we didn't even know what the word polygon was back then. But yeah, the gameplay was, at the time, just phenomenal. It was just next generation stuff. And the way Nintendo did this was they used something called the Super FX chip to produce the 3D visuals. And they used it for a few of the games. A few of them are on this list, so I'll give them a shout out when I get to them. So yeah, Star Fox, I totally recommend it if you've got Switch Online. I suggest you check it out, play it. The gameplay is still solid. This is some gameplay footage here, the final stage. Spoiler alert. But yeah, it was good, and it still is great. It plays well today. That's why I'm putting it on this list. This list is only games that I feel are still very playable today, and it's my personal list for me. So I totally recommend you check it out if you've never played it. So yeah, number 10 is Star Fox. Next up, at number 9, I've got Stunt Race FX, which is another Nintendo game developed using the Super FX chip that was used to make Star Fox. This is a 3D racer. So we had Star Fox, which is a 3D space shooter. This one is a 3D racing game, and again, at the time when this game came out, it was absolutely groundbreaking. You only saw 3D visuals like this in the arcades for games like Virtual Racing by Sega, but nothing like this on home console. So just looking at this game now, still for me personally, it's nostalgia, I guess. 3D polygons are just so good. Like at the time, in I think it was 1994, it was ahead of its time. And as you can see here, I'm changing the camera angle. It allows you to play in first-person mode, or even a virtual mode where you can't actually see where you're going, but you can appreciate the visuals. And it's more of a challenging camera angle for experts who know the level design for each stage. But yeah, Stunt Race is a brilliant game, and I do still play it now, and I've realised something, that the controls in this game are absolutely amazing. It's really tight and really, I don't know, it's just very intuitive. So yeah, I would totally recommend this game if you've never played it. You get to select 4 or 5 vehicles, and they're all totally different from each other. Hopefully Nintendo, do a reboot or a remake at some point. They've only ever made this one game. Unfortunately, they've never remade it. I hope one day they do, maybe for the Switch 2. But yeah, check it out, guys. Stunt Race FX is it's on the Switch Online, and it's probably my 9th favourite. So yeah, that's Stunt Race. Next up, it's Mario Kart at number 8. Now this game needs no introduction. This is the first Mario Kart game. It's the one that literally created this genre of go-karting games, and who would have thought 30 years later this game would have become the best-selling racing video game franchise of all time. But yeah, this is where it started, Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, and it still plays really well today. This is a game we used to play when we were kids, with our friends and family, and this game is just amazingly fun. Go check it out. I'm sure everybody's played it. If you haven't, it's number 8 on my list. Next, at number 7, I've got Pilot Wings. Yeah, I put Pilot Wings ahead of Mario Kart because there's something about Pilot Wings that I just love. For me personally, it's just a really fun game, relaxing game. I used to play it when I was a kid, and it just is so therapeutic. That's the word that I would use to describe this game. It's just so relaxing. It's an easy game, so it makes you feel like you're flying a plane. It's just fun. I totally recommend it. If you've never played it, check it out. It's the original Pilot Wings. And yeah, that's number 7. At number 6, I have Donkey Kong Country number 3. Now, the reason I've chose Donkey Kong 3 over the first two is because I feel like this one is the most refined, even though all three of them could have been on this list. They're all equally as good. But I've chosen the third one because, like I said, it's more refined and it's got just so much fun extra stuff that the other two don't have. I won't go into all of that right now, but yeah, Donkey Kong Country 3, check it out. It's just an all-rounder, pure fun, great game, great visuals, and yeah, it's the sixth game I'm going to put on this list, and I totally recommend it. Check it out, guys. Next on this list, I've got Super Mario All-Stars. Now, this is one of the greatest remakes of all time. You know, this came out again in, 1993, I think? In those days, there was no such thing as remakes. You know, video games weren't known for remakes. And Mario 1, 2, and 3 and the Lost Levels. It's on, you know, these are three of the greatest games of all time. You know, yeah, especially number 1 and Mario 3. And then to have them remade a few years later on the Super Nintendo using the same engine that made Super Mario World, which is also one of the greatest of all time. It's incredible. And you know what? It easily has to be on that list of best SNES games because this collection is just phenomenal. And yeah, it contains Mario 1, Mario 2, Mario 3, and Mario Lost Levels. So yeah, if you've never played any of the old Mario games, this is the best version to play. Super Nintendo remakes of the original. So yeah, go check them out, guys. It's Mario All-Stars at number 5. And at number 4 is another game that needs no introduction. It's the launch title of the Super Nintendo, one of the greatest games of all time, and it's arguably the best platform game ever made for most people. Super Mario World is just the pinnacle of 2D Mario games. So yeah, I've got that on my 4th greatest SNES games on the Switch Online. Check it out. If you've never played it, you owe it to yourself to play it. It's amazing. Even today, still timeless. So yeah, that's Super Mario World. At number 3, I have Yoshi's Island. Now, for me, this is one of the best platform games, if not the best platform game ever. It was a game that introduced this whole, you gotta collect everything to get 100% and then unlock secret stages. Yeah, that all started at Yoshi's Island. It's a sequel to Super Mario World, but it's more of a Yoshi game on its own. And for me, it's easily one of the best 2D games ever made. And yeah, just check it out. Yoshi's Island is an absolute classic. One of the things that makes this game an absolute classic is all the abilities that Yoshi has. You know, he can become an airplane and so many other things throughout the stages. No stage is the same, they're always different, they're all totally unique. Some of the boss battles are the best in any 2D Mario game, and especially the final boss, Bowser. He's creepy and, you know, cool. But yeah, there's just the gameplay in this game is totally unique. I know it's been overdone over the years with the Yoshi games, but this is the best Yoshi game ever made. And yeah, if you guys have never played it, if you like your 2D platformers, you owe it to yourself to play this and try and do it 100% to get the most out of this game, because it is amazing. Now, at number 2 on my list, I've got Super Metroid. This is one of the most underrated franchise in video game history. Like, for decades, the Metroidvania genre was just not appreciated, yet Metroid was just phenomenal. Critics loved it, but the sales didn't, and because of the lack of sales, the Metroid games just never got that commercial success. However, it was always very highly regarded, very influential, and just flawless. And for me, it's just one of the greatest games of all time, and I'm sure many will agree on that. And it still plays brilliantly today. Today, the Metroidvania genre is super popular. Everybody loves it. Everybody talks about Hollow Knight and all these other games, Guacamelee and so on. But if it weren't for Metroid, these games would not exist, you know? They were so heavily influenced. But Super Metroid still plays equally as good as those games today. And just watch this gameplay and you'll know what I mean. So yeah, if you've never played Metroid, guys, check it out. It's on the Switch Online. And at number 1, I have The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Now, this is a debate that will go on for a long time, which is the best Zelda. It's between this, Ocarina of Time, or Breath of the Wild. But you can't argue which is the best SNES game. I mean, some might say Chrono Trigger, but for me, it has to be this one. A Link to the Past is just so playable. The game just doesn't age. It is absolutely timeless. And if you've never played it, if you love your action-adventure genre, this is the best Zelda game out there. This is the best SNES game. Go check it out. So yeah, that's it, guys. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, let me know in the comment section what you think. And if you're going to play any of these games, thanks for watching.